Alright, next day, ready for paint. I sanded this stuff last night with 220 grit. It looked okay, of course, in the water, but here in the daytime you can see, or the day and night, you can see where I didn't get it sanded, and so all this stuff have to be wet sanded again. Make sure that it's all perfectly smooth. But at least I got most of it done while it was still kind of soft. You can kind of see here on these pieces where it needs more sanding. Everywhere that's not nice and smooth needs to be done. And since this is catalyzed paint, my breathing is not too good anyway, and so I spent a little bit of money, got a mask here, got a hose and some adapters here to hook up my pump, and water filter. The wind's kind of blowing. It's supposed to rain today. About 4 hours. I don't know if it will or not. If it's a lot of water coming, and the wind's blowing, which is cleaned up and completely sanded, ready for paint. Hopefully I can get it done today. If the wind will die down for an hour or so, that's about all it'll take me to paint this. But anyway, I'll go ahead and install my stuff. And I got another cheapo paint gun. They're alright. Not the best by any means, but good enough for a couple little jobs, and that's all I need as far as just to spray this color clear. Alright, I got this all hooked up here, no leaks. I've got it set right now at 40 pounds, and this is a dryer here, and this one's supposed to add oil to it, but obviously I don't want to put oil in a paint system. But good enough for what I need. Hope it works good enough to trap some water. I guess we'll find out. This is a little gun. Seems to be working fine. So we're basically all set up for paint here. Still got to sand it, and I've got a big tarp here I can cover this section here with, so I can make at least 2 walls good, and that should stop most of this wind out of here. I really don't like to paint in the wind at all. Not only does it make the paint go on bad, then you get dirt, bugs, and all kinds of shit coming around. Anyway, I'm a long ways away from paint. I got to clean this whole mess up. Figure out some way of hanging all of this stuff so I don't have to touch it or move it once I start painting it. And I got a lot of sanding still to do. Hopefully this decent weather here will last for a few more hours. Start getting my mess here cleaned up. I've got my rear fender stuff. I need to bag that. Get all this out of here and rig me up some kind of a table. I'm going to run the air hose over here, get rid of some of these weeds and this trash and stuff like that, so I'm not constantly walking over the top of it. And I've got another big tarp I'm going to put right here on this. This will give me three good sides here with no wind. And I just used the wire ties and tied it down good here to the fence, so it'll be good enough if the wind's not blowing very bad. No way to do it today. It just blows on and off too much, and besides I need to clean all this crap up and make sure I don't lose in the bolts and stuff. I did a little filing and playing around with this tail piece. I don't know if this camera's showing it, but I cleaned up the Bondo marks and this and that, the other thing with a file here. Of course I went into the metal and through the old primer, and now I have some little rough spots where this spray can primer reacted with the paint. This has been on here quite a while. It's pretty dry, so I'm just gonna take a little, I'll just do it right here. This is not sandable primer, but you can sand it anyway. Just have to be careful. See, that's pretty good. I'm just kind of knocking off the places where the paint had a reaction. Yeah, that's good. Same thing over here on this one. Yeah. I still got a little bad spot right there. There, I've got that kind of cleaned up. This is all kind of on the back bottom, so it doesn't have to look perfect. But I got it down pretty smooth, and then I'm just gonna hit it with another little shot of primer. And this stuff, when you go over it again with a different kind of paint, you usually get a little reaction. This epoxy primer, of course, is really hard, and this other stuff is just Krylon primer. But this piece turned out real nice. You can see there where I primed it a little bit. This will be okay because I didn't go through the primer itself. I just took the dirt out. Well, you can see it's still Got a little crazy on it right there. So now I'll just put it out in the sun, which I do have today. And not good enough to paint, but tomorrow is not supposed to be raining. So tomorrow we'll spray or go